Why do runners do that crap? No, seriously. Running sucks. Objectively. You don't need it to stay in shape. I really don't see the overall appeal except for, speed. That's pretty practical on foot, just in case you don't have knowledge of motor vehicles. But on a serious note, yes, I do have regular shooting pains up my left arm. With that out of the way though, I know the real motive behind runners' actions or their atrocities. It's really simple. It's the runner's high. For those of you who don't know about the runner's high, well, you're probably like me, not a runner. Let me explain it to you real quick. It's this switch that goes off after a grueling, intense session. During a grueling, intense session. Hear me out a bit. Wait, I call it runner's high. Doesn't that mean poggers? It does mean poggers. Here's why. The switch that's flipped during the session of long, grueling work, which is what was referred to as, well, the beginning of the runner's high, turns all of that crunch, all of that intensity into
pleasure
of an equal or greater intensity. Yeah, to describe it in this many, it's entrancing, it's addictive, and it's absolutely worth it. Now, like I said, I don't run at all, actually. I don't run at all, at least not yet. But I experience the equivalent, and by equivalent I mean superior version, of the runner's high all the time. I like to call it something a little less embarrassing though. I call it the singularity. You can achieve this too. It's basically the same concept applied to other facets of life. Other facets of life. It starts with long, grueling work, and then suddenly that switch flips. During the process, fear and frustration turn into excitement and exhilaration. Let me explain with an example because, well, my work is nothing like running, and I'm assuming yours isn't either. Whenever I make a video, I get very frustrated. It used to be very often. What I would just do is take a lot of breaks and then come back to it when I was in a good mood. But one day I had a lot more on my plate than usual, and the work kept piling up, deadlines kept approaching, as they do. I had places to be, and I was not going to give up on my commitments. Then, well, something kind of stupid happened. I got a call, someone needed a ride to the airport at 4 a.m. And apparently I'm a midnight taxi service. Now, if you're watching this, but if you can believe it, something so much more stupid happened immediately after. I said yes. Brady, why did you say yes? Why did you say yes? Do you want to know why I said yes? Well, just before then, I hit the, the singularity. My stress turned to excitement, and I had never wanted a challenge more in my life. Plus, if you're watching this, the person I gave the 4 a.m. ride to, the airport, no, you weren't just some sort of whim, okay? I care about you, we'll get into that later. But what I'm really trying to emphasize here is that stress can be converted into excitement. It can be framed as excitement even if you're not hitting the singularity. I got all my work done, including that, and I enjoyed it. Now, I take full advantage of the singularity. It's pretty epic, to say the least. No. There's a few things I do not want you to interpret from this whole concept in this story. Let's just run through them real quick. Nothing and no one has unlimited energy. That's ridiculous, I'm not trying to imply that. Recovery is an important step in development. A lot like running, and any other forms of intense work. Let me say it one more time. Resting is an important step for development. And, like a runner's high, the singularity does not and should not last forever. You should let the singularity simply be a tool for converting your stress into excitement and drive. You just need to keep pushing till you get to that point. Burnout is an absolute real thing, okay? If you're not hitting the singularity, take a break. Don't kill yourself, please. Additionally, keep in mind, this is not a panic response. I understand. Oh, Bradley, it's just fight or flight. You're just stressing you out too much until you get pumps of adrenaline. No. That's what runners do, okay? That's why I said this is a superior version. This is just your body realizing that it thrives off of challenges. Human beings always have. Just look at the moon thing that was totally real. It's my favorite example.
Read the note. Read the note.
And you should never, almost never, agree to take someone to the airport, in general. You have to, again, like we were saying before, really care about them and weigh that decision fairly, if that makes sense. I did. I know I was on the singularity and everything, but it wouldn't have manipulated my decision either way. I just enjoyed it massively because I had hit the singularity. Now, if you made it this far, I think you're pretty cool. Or maybe you're just trying to figure out if I'm crazy because of the airport thing. I'll tell you because you're pretty cool. I am objectively crazy. But don't worry, it's just a little OCD after dinner, no big deal. But hey, if you're interested in something like this, you should probably check it out because it's more than likely it's never going to get recommended to you outside of right here.